And look what I have for you today. That's right, we're going Zuru Mini Brands because I got them on sale at Target. You know me. We have KFC Mini Brands. We have Mini Brands Fashion. I'm so excited for the Mini Brands Fashions because I don't think I've ever opened a Mini Brands Fashion ball for you guys, but I personally have not opened them for myself in like a year, so I'm very excited to see these ones. I think the last one I did was Series 2. I did, in a previous episode, I did the KFC Mini Brands. I did one ball. I got a frozen moment, which is so wonderful to me, and I want to see what else I can get. I want the stuff that smells like chicken. So, will you please join me for this? I would love to have you with me on this adventure. Let's get started. I don't think I'm going to need Nate today, so I did not break him out. I think they all have rip strips. So, let's get ripping and going. Nice. Good rip. Okay, so if you're not familiar with the KFC balls, these ones, it's basically like they have little Kentucky Fried Chicken menu items in them. My favorite Kentucky Fried Chicken menu item, other than the fried chicken, is coleslaw. So I'm always hopeful to get a coleslaw. And I'm also hopeful to get one of the ultra rares, I think, which is like the golden fries. And of course, I would love to get a scented one, which is, I think, the chicken on chicken sandwich. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bags. And if you haven't seen the collector's guide before, let me get that for you. So again, Mini Brands KFC. I wonder what other collabs they'll do. I'm excited to see who else they might do. So sorry, the legendary, not ultra rare, legendary golden fries or golden bucket of chicken. We have Iconics. This is the one that I got. I was so excited. And the luxuries, and you have ultra rares as well. And on the back, you have your rares and your commons. Okay, let's go ahead and see what's in here. It feels like some sort of chickeny bucket to me. Okay, we have what looks like, no, listen, these are still super cute. I love miniature things. I love mini things. I love dollhouse size things. I just adore these. So this is still, even if it's going to be a common, which I believe it will be, this is still really stinking cute to me. And surprisingly enough, this, because I believe it's like a spicy chicken, this one is a rare. So nice. We're starting off with a rare, friends. Perfect. What's next? We have a plate. Okay. We have a plate. And then, oh my gosh. Look at that. We have little teeny tiny biscuits. Oh, I love it. I love that it comes with a plate. How cute is this? Oh, I just adore that. There we go. And our biscuits on a plate. Ooh. So the biscuits on a plate are ultra rare. Very nice. So we've got a rare and an ultra rare. This is turning out to be a very good ball for us, folks. What else we got in here? Oh, look at that. It's like a little sandwich in a bag. Cute. Okay. I don't think this is one of the ones that smells. I'm going to try it anyway just because I'm always hopeful. It's a common, but give me 1 second. It does not smell like anything. So this is just a common sandwich. Still looks delicious. You can see a little bit of pickle poking out. Look at that. And it's got the little pickle ridges. Love it. Very realistic. I'm going to leave it partially out like that. Okay. Not bad though. Ultra rare and a rare. We got coleslaw. I love coleslaw. No, let me let me clarify. I don't just love all coleslaw. I love KFC coleslaw. Coleslaw in general is disgusting because I hate mayonnaise. But for some reason, and I don't know if they just put like a little bit of extra sugar or something in the KFC coleslaw, but that stuff I could eat when it's nice and chilled and cold. I could eat that stuff for days, son. That is awesome. Oh my gosh, and I'm so excited I got some coleslaw. And this is a rare. This is the one I was wanting. Hooray for me and us. Okay, this one feels like another bucket of chicken. Let's see what we got. This one is indeed This is a regular bucket of chicken. So this one is going to be a common, but that's okay because we got like bandits. We got 2 rares in here and we got an ultra rare. So I will take that. And also, this is like the perfect play food, right? For dolls. This is like so wonderful. I love this. And I hope Zuru does more collaborations with fast food restaurants. Can you imagine? Can you imagine the adorableness? All right, next ball. By the way, I didn't notice any, if you're familiar with the pinhole theory for the Make It Mini meals, I didn't notice any sort of pinholes. If you're not familiar with that, I have a video about that you can watch. And I didn't notice any special serial numbers on these, so I'm afraid I can't give you any codes that would give away what might be in some of these. Okay, here we go. Collector's Guide in the... Oh! Guys, I feel like this must mean something special, right? You know, sometimes in the past I've been wrong and things haven't been special, but this one feels like it's gonna be special. Oh my gosh, should we open this without even counting the other ones and make sure we have enough? Do it, let's do it. Oh my gosh. You guys, what did we get? We got the sandwich that smells like a sandwich. It is probably really bad for you in life because it's 2 pieces of chicken. But look at that. Oh my God. Okay, I have to smell it. I'm so excited. Oh my gosh, you guys. It totally smells like, it totally smells like chicken. Holy cow. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Okay, so if you see that silver foil, I can't think of a good rhyme for that, but if you see that silver, you know it's gonna smell-ver. I don't know. What else we got? We have, another sandwich, okay. So all of our friends can have sandwiches when they come over. And again, this is a common, okay. I'm okay with that. I have no problem with that because guess what? I got 2 things that I was hoping for today. Got my coleslaw and got the I don't even know what they call that. What is that called? Like a KFC double-double or something? I don't know. Feels like we're gonna have another plate of biscuits in here. Let's find out. Yep. Okay. So it's interesting because we're kind of having a duplicate situation, except for that iconic chicken. I'm choosing pretty wisely here, huh? Okay. Feels like it's gonna be a bucket of chicken of some sort. It's pretty bulky. Oh, this is the half and half. Okay. So this is, I think it's supposed to be like half tenders, half chicken. Honestly, when I go to KFC, I really just get like a breast and wing meal. So I don't do all the extra special things that they have. This one is a common. That there. And the last item in the capsule. Oh, some cutie fries. Look at that. That's one thing. I've never had their fries. I guess, granted, I haven't been to a KFC in a while because honestly, I eat a lot of Popeyes. I'm so sorry, KFC. You're delicious, but Popeyes is closer to my home. So I've never had, and I love Popeyes fries, by the way, but I'm sure KFC's fries are also good. These are a luxury, by the way. So that's awesome. We've got some good stuff here. We only had a few commons, and we got an iconic, and we got something that I was actually looking for. So hooray, hurrah. That is our KFC haul. Okay. Now on to that was fun stuff, but now on to some more fun stuff. The Mini Brands fashions. I'm excited for this. Now, this is the first time I've seen these ones. I don't think this information matters, but just in case. Let's see what we have in here. We've got our items, and we've got our collector's guide. Let's check this out real quick. Ooh, ultra rares are cat with sunglasses, some cute shoes, a nice purse, and a wristlet of some kind with a super teeny tiny wallet. Then we have our commons, a lot of commons. Ooh, so many commons, holy cow. Okay, let's So yeah, I guess all the rest of these are also commons. So many commons. Okay, so keep that in your head. Ultra rares, cat, bracelet thingy, red backpack, I guess, and some silver shoes. Okay, here we go. Everything else is common. Everything else is uncivilized. Okay, no, it's not. This is cute. What the heck is this? Oh my gosh. Oh, this is cute. Look at this bag. Oh my gosh. I mean, granted, it looks a little bit like a waistband and it's coming apart a little here, but I still like the styling of it. How do I fix it? There we go. Yeah. Oh my gosh, this is like cute. Is this like a real thing people do in the fashion world where it looks like it's like a little bucket? I guess. Okay. It's cute though. I like it, even though it's a little, it's a different style for me. And I love this. Like, I love that they use real fabric for these kind of things. That's so awesome. Okay, there's that guy. What else we got? I guess everything else is in this one pack. Okay. So my 4 other items, right? You get 5. You get 5 surprises, supposedly. Okay, we have, some cute little trainers. Okay. Here's the other one. Okay, cute. A little hair bow, I guess. It feels like a little rubber band, but I think it's supposed to be like a little head bow. Okay. And a cat with a beret. This looks like what, Marie, right? From the Aristocats, sorry. So those are our 5 items. Honestly, I feel like the shoes, shouldn't they count as like one item? Because you don't buy just one shoe, you buy a pair, right? So shouldn't that count as one? I should get one more item, Zuru. Moving on. Ready? Ooh, that was a good pop. Heck yeah. Okay, we already know the guide. Okay, so let's look at all our little stuff first, right? And then we'll move on to the big thing. Okay, we got, looks like another, these are cute. Oh, I used to have these like when I was in college. And I thought like they made me, because like they were so thick and tready, and I thought they made me like so cool. So I was that person, in case you were wondering about my past. I was very much like, I grew up in the generation of where you would like watch The Craft, that kind of stuff. So, and Empire Records, I loved Liv Tyler's look in that movie. And I was just like, I wanted to just totally copy that look. Okay. And then we have a little cuff bracelet. It's not bad because I don't really have, I don't know if they even did in the Mini Brands Fashion Series 2. I don't know if they did earrings. I know they did like watches and rings, but these are cute. Again, though, for that kind of thing, I would expect that to count as one item, right? Because it should come in a little jewelry box as count as one item. Okay, and here's gonna be our bag. What do we got? Ooh, okay. We got that nice kind of Kate Spade fabric-y, I think, was it, I don't know, is it called canvas when it's like this? Nylon, maybe? Nylon bag. Super cute with a functioning zipper and some little stuffing inside. Very nice. Super cute though. I like this. A little sticky, the zipper, but still. So I feel like, and maybe you guys knew this all along, but I feel like these looks are falling like on a theme, right? Like this is more edgy, if you could call it. This is more kind of Legally Blonde-ish, right? Like we're going for different kind of looks here. I guess that's how these work for this series, is that it's gonna be kind of like a themed. Everything inside the one ball is themed together. You all ready for this? All right, there we go. Okay. How about we, feels like this is the one big thing. Let's do this one. Let's see what we got. Ooh. Oh no, this is all the accessories. Okay. I'm okay with that too. Cute little hat. Very nice, okay. So we're going for more of like a, I don't know, we're going for more outdoorsy kind of girl. Cute sandals. Look at these. Oh my gosh. The buckles, do they function? Can I actually buckle these? Let's see. Feels like they would be tricky to do. But they're still so cute. Like little espadrilles, right? They're still super cute. Oh my gosh, okay. Yeah, they definitely have that Hermes, or perhaps Louis, right? Orange to them. And then we have some little glasses here, some little sunglasses. These, I'm not sure how I feel about these. These, honestly, they feel a little cheap, guys. I'm sorry to say. These just, if you could feel them, like you might think they look cute. For me, they're like, first of all, the stickers they're not even properly lined up, right? It feels like one of these is a little closer, so you have a bigger exposed section here, bigger surface area here. And yeah, they just feel they feel very flimsy. So these ones I'm not too crazy about. But this is kind of like a Capri, spending time at Capri. Okay. And this one will be, ooh, like a beach bag, huh? Very cute, like a beachy tote. I like it. So nice. I love these kind of things. So I love that these are kind of like themed. I like this. I remember the previous ones you would get like a magazine and a mascara and the purse and a watch, but none of it really tied into a central theme. I kind of like that these all, and of course you can mix and match when you have more, right? But I kind of like that they all tie into a particular theme. And there you have it, friends. My haul for this episode. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed celebrating these special moments with me. I was so excited to get some of the things I wanted, and I loved trying out these new ones. Would I buy more of this series of fashion scents? I would, because I loved this themed styling. I love it. So until next time, have a great time. I don't know. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.